so we can wait a little bit. But I'll just kind of talk a little bit about today's topic, which will obviously be the clearing process. We'll cover what clearing is, how it works at St. George's. We'll provide you with the information and the guidance you need to kind of navigate the process. So, and also we'll be here with another clearing agent and student, Bimpe, who will be giving us some guidance and whatnot later on. So, I believe we'll just wait a little bit just for the room to fill up a bit more, and then we'll kind of go into the next slide. I'm sharing my screen. Perfect. Here we are. So, of course, as you know, this is our webinar about clearing at St. George's. And the first section, we're going to kind of go into what is clearing and then move on to how to prepare for clearing. Of course, I've given my introduction. My name is Brandon, and yep, we'll get on with the presentation now. So, first slide, what is clearing? So, clearing is a UCAS process where students get the opportunity to apply for places on unfilled university courses. This process assists students not holding an offer from a university by helping them find a place on available courses. So early clearing took place already between the 5th and 29th of July for those who already had their results, such as graduates, gap year students, etc. But main clearing will be open on the 15th of August, and the closing date is to be determined. But usually St. George's, we close no later than early September. And yeah, this period is for those who have received their results during this time. So we'll go on to the next slide now. So who is clearing for? So clearing is designed for several groups of students. So we have those without university offers, or those who declined their university offers, students who did not meet the conditions of the offers they had, and those who are applying outside of the normal application window. So it's for a different wide range of students, and it's kind of an opportunity to apply for unfilled courses in universities for maybe vacancies that they may have. And why choose clearing as well? So, of course, new opportunities will let you explore a wide range of courses and universities. It also allowed you to trade up as well. So consider which courses are now an option if your results have exceeded expectations. Kind of reevaluate your choices as well. You can explore different courses that complement your achieved grades and also maximize your own potential. You can find programs that are a better match for your goals, values, and learning styles. So really, again, we like to emphasize the idea that clearing is a big opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to kind of make a change or maybe find a way into a course that you didn't initially consider. But there's many different reasons why. And we'll kind of move on now to this section about how to prepare for clearing and kind of just get a bit more in depth into the different ways you can be ready for the process. So here are a couple of different ways that we do recommend that students do prepare for clearing. And we'll kind of just read off the slide a bit here. But of course, as you know, clearing offers new opportunities, but it can be challenging. So do bear in mind that each university's process for clearing is different. And their resources are different and how they communicate is different, making each experience unique. So, for example, some universities may want you to apply on their website. Some universities may want you to apply over the phone. There's many different ways, and it's imperative that you do research and kind of check how each university does process their clearing offers and how you can get in touch with them. If clearing is a possibility for you, do make sure you spend the next few weeks exploring options, researching courses and universities that you might apply to. UCAS has a wealth of information about clearing on their website, so do refer to this to feel more informed. And of course, gather guidance on how and when to apply for each university that you're interested in. As we said, online form or apply over the phone. At University of St. George's, we do accept applications over the phone. However, we do encourage people to apply online as it's faster and it's more accessible. Over the phone, there can be a bit kind of a bit harder to reach at times if the phone lines are quite busy. So we always do recommend applying online. And try to find out if the courses you are interested in require interviews. Of course, some courses, they may just make an offer, some may require an interview. So do be ready for that. Do be prepared for whatever kind of conditions they may need you to meet before they can accept you. and how you might prepare for this. And you compile and organize any qualification evidence that you might need to be asked to provide, and ensure that your UCAS application is up to date. That's quite important. And also, please do clear your schedule for results day and the following days to be available for calls, provide information to universities, attend interviews, or even provide evidence of qualifications and whatnot. So we'll move on to the next slide now, which is clearing at St. George's. So at St. George's, applications will open on Thursday, the 15th of August at 8 a.m. Our dedicated clearing phone line will open at 8:30 a.m. and available courses will be listed on our websites from 8 a.m. So do bear this in mind. And make sure you do have your UCAS ID ready, of course. Explore the information available on our website before you do apply, including any frequently asked questions, just to save yourself time and kind of understand what it is you may need to be, kind of what direction you may need to be looking in. And as well as also check out some of our clearing events as well on the website. This is an important piece of advice as well. If you have used your school email address on your UCAS application, we do recommend that you update this email address to your personal email address, just as that will be the one then that you're applying for, and that will be the one you're applying for. That will be the one that you use for our online application and stuff. So do make sure that you update that piece of information to your personal email address. And yeah. And this is also just kind of a, if we go back a bit, so you can see here on the right-hand side that this is just a little snippet of our website. And then you'd go onto the website, it would say main clearing is now open, and then you can apply for clearing through the website. It's quite user-friendly, it's quite quick and easy. It's a great little application form. And then, so apply via our online application form, which will be available from 8 a.m. and include contact information which is accurate and up to date. Ensure your UCAS application or personal details are correct. That's very important. As we said earlier about the personal email address, and just make sure that everything's correct. Date of birth, names, anything to do with grades and whatnot. Make sure that everything's correct and to hand. And only apply once you have received your confirmed results. So we cannot accept provisional results. You must provide your confirmed results. And if you're awaiting a GCSE reset result, you'll need to wait to apply until the 2nd of August. So again, I'll just re-emphasize that only apply with your confirmed results. And if you're awaiting any GCSE reset results, you'll need to apply when you've received those. So do just bear that in mind. And also the last point here, if you are a graduate or applying with a non-standard qualification, we may request a transcript. So be ready to provide these. It's very important. Wonderful. And now, here's just a couple of kind of like top tips for clearing. We'll kind of go through a little bit about each one in some depth. So of course, register your interest in clearing at the St. George's website. So we have an application form where you can kind of register your interest in clearing, and just kind of, it's not an application form per se. We do get a lot of people that do kind of register their interest for clearing, and then they believe that's an application form. It's not an application form, but you can register your interest and kind of let us know what courses you're looking for and stuff like that, just to kind of help us get to know the applicant we're receiving, and just kind of give you some more information about clearing as well via emails and whatnot. So I do recommend that. And also research universities and kind of find out how they want you to apply. As we emphasized earlier, some universities may only accept applications through the phone. Some universities may only accept applications by an online form. But each university is different. So make sure that you research and find out how they want you to apply. As we spoke about earlier, with St. George's, you can apply over the phone. However, we do heavily advise that you do apply via our online application form, as they are quite in depth. If you do fill it out correctly and we do need more information from you, we will get in touch with you if you have filled out the application form. So I do recommend that you do fill out the application form, as our phone lines can also be busy. And of course, as well, discuss options and ask questions that are important to you. So kind of make sure you assess all the options you'd like to study. and make sure you kind of understand the different kind of requirements for each course and whatnot, just to kind of save yourself time and make sure that you're on the right course for yourself. Additionally, as well, prepare for interviews if this is a common requirement for your preferred course. Interviews can be quite tricky, especially for some more prestigious courses. So do be prepared for the interview aspect of the application. But I'm sure all of you will be. Seem like quite smart students, but just do be ready. Of course, as well, use the UCAS search tool to find available courses. Now, I do recommend everybody become familiar with the UCAS website, as it will be able to help you with a lot of things. You will have to use it to update your personal information and whatnot. Of course, I also did make the point of if you did put your school email on your UCAS profile, again, we recommend you switch it to your personal email addresses. That will be the one that you'll be using moving forward. You may not be able to access your school email address, so that is very important. And that goes hand in hand with the idea of ensure your UCAS application details are up to date. And then again, gather all necessary documents and information needed to support your application. So again, you may request transcripts for kind of courses and different types of qualifications that are non-standard. We may need you to provide a transcript. Oftentimes, this can be for individuals that may have done a foundation year. This can be for individuals that are graduates. This can also apply to international students as well if they do have specific non-standard, non-UK, non-standard qualifications. They may also need to provide evidence. So I believe it's very important for everybody to try and gather all the necessary documents and information that they may need, have those to hand, and that will help your application process a lot more. Do submit an application once you have your confirmed results. Visit campuses if possible or engage in virtual tours. And the last point is try your best to keep calm and lean on your support network. So clearing can feel like a difficult time. A lot of times it can be quite stressful. A lot of times people can feel like maybe they're not in the position that they wish to be in. But do bear in mind that clearing is an opportunity for you to go in the direction you wish to go in. You can access many, many, many wonderful courses via clearing, some very prestigious courses via clearing. So do stay calm and do just look at it as an opportunity to continue forward in your educational journey. And finally, now, well, this is the second part of the presentation. We will pass it on to my clearing agent, Bimpe, who will give a perspective from the clearing agent.
Hello, it's Bimpe. So I have worked for St. George's as a clearing agent. And I've done different roles, but I have compiled a little PowerPoint just to kind of talk to you about the clearing process from an agent's perspective. Okay, so first of all, I just wanted to discuss what clearing is. I know it's already been done, but essentially, clearing is just a way to help prospective students find a place at university in situations where one hasn't already been secured for you. I know Brandon's already talked through the different reasons why people may come to clearing. And it could just be because you haven't received any offers, or maybe, for example, your exam results were a bit different to what you expected. But essentially, the overall goal is just to match people to a specific course that they want to do, they are excited to join, and it suits your profile, your interest, what you're like. Maybe it might not be necessarily be what you originally wanted, but maybe when you look into it, you realize actually this is something I might be interested in. So my role as your clearing agent is to first of all ensure that I give you as much support and guidance throughout the whole clearing process. It can be very stressful, and it could be very easy, very flustered, and be very confused. And essentially, clearing agents are just there to help you out. So that might be answering some questions you might have about the course. It might be about the application process. It might just even be about generally life at St. George's. Maybe how are certain things taught. and we're essentially help you through, for example, how do I apply through clearing? What is the application form? What do I need for the application form? Sometimes you might get an email that says they want you to send in additional transcripts. So you might want to ask, what documents do we need? How do I submit this application? How do I do this interview? So essentially our role as a clearing agent is just to make this whole process as straightforward and as stress-free as possible, even though I know the timing already is already very stressful enough as it is. Um, so from St. George's specifically, and from the clearing agents at St. George's, you will 100% expect a very friendly, very professional service where essentially your needs are our top priority. Whatever you want and whatever you want answered from us is what you get to certain um limits. We try to ensure that we're communicating very clearly. We do have like sometimes during inbound calls, there's a lot of calls, but so one thing I do know at St. George's is we do take our time with whoever's on the call at that moment in time. So that makes sure that you have all the information you need so that when you do leave the phone call, you are ready to, for example, send us your transcript or you're ready to do your application. Some people think that it's all about application, but you can also call and speak to clearing agents just to talk about this whole process, talk about how you feel. We'll help you, we'll reassure you, we'll give you as much support during this time. Like I said before, it is so incredibly stressful, and we 100% understand. And a lot of the clearing agents have actually undergone clearing themselves, so they're there to help you and kind of just give you tips. So please feel free to call us on our inbound call number and just feel free to let us know what's going on, what you need help with, and just um, ask for advice, ask questions. And also remember that clearing is a really amazing opportunity for you to find the course that is perfect for you. Now, one thing I always get, I hear a lot of misconceptions about clearing, and from a clearing agent, I just wanted to clear those up. So the first thing I always hear is, clearing is only for students who didn't get any offers. That is 100% not true because, as we stated earlier, there are so many different reasons why you may go through clearing. It literally might be for people who have applied for a certain course and then realize down the line, actually, I don't want to do this course, and they look out for what other options there are. It could have been people who maybe have missed the UCAS deadline and want to apply for something else, or maybe, for example, just didn't meet the conditions or their offers. Remember, clearing is all about flexibility, essentially making sure that students have a place that they can go if they want to. And essentially, it's also just another avenue for people who want to explore different routes and different options. Second misconception I always hear is, oh, by the time clearance starts, all the good courses are done, everything's gone, you only get like the leftovers. And yes, there's some truth in the sense of, yes, some courses do fill up very quickly, but there are specific universities that actually do hold a select amount of like spaces for specific courses only for clearing, so that what that means is that there actually are some courses that everyone wants to do that are there. Yes, the spaces might not be as much as the main cycle, but they may be there. But the other side is that yes, some places, for example, like some high demand places, maybe for example like medicine, may not necessarily always be in clearing. That just it differs from time to time. Now, misconception number three, this one really upsets me because it just feels so when people do say they are really upset about it in the sense of clearing is a sign of failure, and I completely disagree with this. It is just another option. The same way you apply through the main cycle is the same way you can apply through clearing. And there are a lot of my friends and a lot of people I've met in university that have literally gone through clearing and found their perfect course. I've had friends who've applied for medicine through clearing. I've had friends who have wanted to do something else and then during clearing found another course, and right now they've graduated and they're really happy with this with the choice that they're doing now. It's just about essentially finding a course that's right for you, a university that's perfect for you, and it's not about what you did to get there, how you got there, or maybe you had to go through clearing. That doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when you get into first year, that's all they look at. Misconception number four, you can only apply to one university at a time during clearing. See, now this one is kind of a misconception, but kind of also true. You can always call a bunch of universities, and I would always advise you to make a list of courses in university that you're interested in and reach out to them and call them and ask if they have spaces, ask about the application process. But when you do receive a verbal offer, and I do stress that you have to make sure you've received the verbal offer, then you can add that choice onto UCAS track. All right. So don't just add any choices you got. You have to make sure you got offer verbally, at least. And I hope all of that clears up some of the most common misconceptions about clearing. Remember, and I cannot stress this enough as it is, clearing is such a fantastic opportunity and a fantastic option for people to find the right course and the right university. And I know specifically here at St. George's, we're so excited to welcome a bunch of new people through clearing. I love speaking to people on calls and like when they've told me that they've wanted to apply to something else and they decided that actually they're interested in this, and it feels really nice to like help support you guys during your academic journey. And I know it can be very disheartening and very discouraging when your initial plans don't work out exactly how you want it to be, but there are always still plenty of great options available. I always say like rejection can also be redirection. So always have that in mind as well. But as essentially with St. George's here as well, if you have any questions, if you need any assistance, please feel comfortable to call us and speak to resident advisor, ask for help, ask for advice. We're always here to help you. That's literally our job. And I just want to wish all of you guys good luck. Thank you so much for listening.
So wonderful. Thank you very much, Bimpe. That was very good. So it was very nice to hear from the perspective of a clearing agent and a student who has been through similar circumstances to all of you. So thank you very much. So in the chat below, I'm just answering a couple of questions. But if you do have any questions, please do let us know in the chat, and we will let you know. We will get back to you with a reply. But for now, I'm going to continue on with the presentation and just kind of wrap it up a little bit and give you guys some more guidance. So bear with me one moment. Oops. Here we go. Sorry. Small technical issues. Yes. So of course, questions. Please do provide any questions in the chat, and do let us know. We'll get back to you. And also, we would like to provide you with some information about getting in touch with us. So if you do need to contact the clearing team from the 15th of August regarding transcripts, anything to do with clearing and whatnot, the email is right here. So it is clearing at St. George's University of London.ac.uk. And the phone number is here. It is 0300-303-0456. So do be sure to check this out as well. And if you do need to contact UCAS for whatever reason, the website name is here and the phone number is here at 0371-468-0468. Our website link is also here, but if you would like to go to the Clearing Hub for more information, please do, oops, where have I gone? Here we are. Yes, so please do use this, what do we call it again? QR code. It is right here. So I'll give any of you that need to a moment to just kind of give this a scan. And on our website, we have a clearing hub. It's quite excellent. It kind of just has information about clearing courses, how to apply, what students may need to apply. So just consider it as if you do want to apply to clearing with us, just kind of like your little clearing guide. I do highly recommend that you do use it. And of course, again, you do have the clearing email from the 15th of August to get in touch with us. If you need to send transcripts, if you need to send any type of extra information, those lines are monitored. So from the 15th of August, you should be able to get in touch with us from there. But yes, so does anybody have any questions? I'll be looking through the chat now.
Hi guys, I am the event officer here and I'm here to support with the questions. I can see there's a few questions in the Q&A section on the side, so I will read the ones out that Brandon didn't get a chance to answer. So I'm just going to start from the bottom. A few of them are quite similar. One of them says, if you've already have already declined a medicine offer from St. George's but end up not getting a firm or insurance, my firm or insurance, can I still apply to St. George's through clearing medicine if they got a declined offer first time round?
if they've got a declined offer. So yeah, I do believe that if they have declined an offer initially, they may not be able to reapply. But Bimpe, would you like to emphasize a
I
little bit?
I was gonna say, I think one of the questions that you see in the application form is, have you already had an interview for the course? And I think if you've had an interview already, you're not allowed, just because I think you only allowed one interview cycle per year. So if you
Yeah,
have declined medicine already, that I would assume that you've undergone the interview and then you got an offer and then you declined it. So I don't believe you'll be able to.
yeah, yeah. No, that is correct. So it will have a question on our application form, one of the first questions regarding the interview, and then if you have, it will be automatically rejected. So do just bear that in mind for medicine. And yeah, thank you, Bimpe, for letting us know as well.
Yeah, I think the next question was very similar to that we have here. It just says if you've already declined medicine offer from St. George's and end up not getting into a firm choice, can I still apply for St. George's? I think it's a kind of the same question.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna move to the next one. Um, okay, if you have been rejected previously for early clearing despite meeting the entry requirements, are you able to reapply on A-level results day?
So this is an interesting question. I do believe if you have been rejected previously already, you may not be able to reapply again. However, if you did meet the entry requirements, um, I'm not entirely sure what the process may be there. I believe that we might have to actually talk that a little bit more with admissions and whatnot. But do kind of get in touch with St. George's a bit more via email and whatnot if you do believe that you have applied and did meet the entry requirements. And we can talk a bit more in depth about your application. But yeah, that's quite a unique question. So I think we may need to talk a bit more about that one. Actually, I'll try to get in touch with some of you.
Thank you, guys. I'm just going to go to the next question. I think you really answered those ones, so that's fine. Scroll up to the ones you haven't answered. I think a lot of people are asking about medicine. What does medicine line? About the medicine, if it's open for clearing, what definitely on that. Yeah, if you can answer that, please.
Answer the medicine one.
Yeah, if there's because a lot of people are asking about the medicine deadline, or is it open up for clearing?
With medicine, I will say, there is no specific, like, for all of them, there is no specific time where it's like, oh, this will close at this time. It is only like when it fills up. And from the chats already and the questions, we can already tell that medicine is very like sought after. So medicine does fill up very, very, very quickly. I remember, I think last year we opened around 8 o'clock, and by 12:30 medicine was done. That was last year. So do bear that in mind. This also links to another question I've seen where someone said, how do you find out what courses are available in clearing? I believe when you go to the website, on the St. George's website, the clearing website, it says, when you apply, the drop down menu will have the list of the courses that you're applying for. So then the courses will be there. You will see what courses are available. If, for example, medicine is not there anymore, it will be like empty. Like it will come, the option for medicine wouldn't be there anymore. So that would be my advice. Just get on there sharp in the morning,
Yeah.
fill out the form immediately. Try not to think about, oh, I wonder what place I'm in, or I wonder if there's still spaces left. Just fill it out. Worst
Yeah.
comes to worst, you call in afterwards. Also, one thing I would also like advise people always like did last time is I know it's so stressful and it's very easy to be flustered, but try and fill out the form carefully, because there are specific options that if you click, you will automatically be rejected. And what happens is people then, like, just out of just maybe just panicking a little bit, they fill out the wrong thing, and then it means that you get rejected, when in reality you might have actually got an entry requirement. And it does mean that people then only realize, they call the next day and be like, oh, I haven't got anything back, and it's like, oh, you've been rejected, but unfortunately by now maybe the course has been closed. I would say take your time, answer the questions like as carefully as you can be, and then just breathe when you're done.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just to agree with what Bimpe said, do be very careful in filling out the form. Do make sure that any of the personal information you input into the form is correct. Anything to do with grades and whatnot. And as I said, do be prepared to provide transcripts for any type of not unusual, non-UK or non-standard type of qualifications. So if you are an international student, do bear in mind for certain qualifications, we may need a transcript and whatnot. So do try to make sure that you have a transcript of all your qualifications before the 15th of August, just to kind of save you any extra time or make sure that you can apply quickly. Because as Bimpe did say as well in regards to medicine, it is a course that fills up quickly. So I don't want to say it's a first come, first served basis because it is to do with grades, but the quicker you can get your application in and have all the correct information, it will help you kind of be processed quicker if you do have the correct grades. So just do bear that in mind.
Okay. Yeah, I could just see another question here. Do you take contextual data into account, for instance, UCAT scores?
So for in regards to UCAS scores, with certain courses, if the requirement for that course is a high UCAS score, say for example for medicine or for a couple of other courses, we will use that for account. But if UCAT is not a requirement for certain courses, we won't be taking that into account. If you've applied for that course and you have a certain UCAT score, it won't necessarily affect with your application. Unless it's a requirement for that course.
Yeah, I think that's a similar. Let me just ask this question. Sorry. Will you accept A-level resits if you have mitigating circumstances?
A-level resits. Yeah, no. So if you're applying for if you're reapplying with A-level results that are a bit older that are not from this academic cycle, that's okay. As long as the A-level results are from no later than 2019, as we can't accept kind of level 2 grades unless they're within that time frame. So say for example, if you've set your A levels 2 years ago and there's been mitigating circumstances and you haven't been able to continue, you can use those grades. But yeah, if you're coming to apply and you just have A level resits, then yeah, we can accept those A level resits as long as they're set within a certain time frame. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm just seeing anything.
I was gonna say, someone said, will there always be an interview for clearing for medicine, or does it depend on circumstances? Medicine is one of those ones where you always have an interview, even during clearing. If medicine is there, you will be given an interview. They'll send you all the details about it, but you basically get a time and it could be like, oh, the next 24 hours you need to get, or between this time to this time is when you need to basically send the video back. But it will always be done. It just might necessarily not be in person, but it'll be a recorded MMI, so online.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, there's just a few. You see them on the side. What is the cut-off UCAT score for this cycle clearing?
So the cut-off UCAS score depends upon which course you are applying for. Is there a specific course listed or just what is the general
No
cut-off?
specific course listed, unfortunately. Maybe they could type that in.
Yeah, so if you could do list a specific course, but I don't believe there's a specific all-round UCAT cutoff. Would you know anything, Bimpe?
I think they usually just say as long as you have 500 in all four of the capital abstract reasoning, decision making, all of them, then you can apply. But obviously, the higher the better.
Yeah, exactly. And I do believe I did put off the UCAT cutoff score for medicine, which is 2690, which is the UCAT cutoff score for medicine. So do bear that in mind.
Okay, I do have a question here. On clearing applications, will it require documents to be uploaded, such as GCSE certificates?
For what, sorry?
Sorry, for on clearing applications, will it require documents to be uploaded, such as GCSE certificates?
So with regard to GCSE certificates, I don't believe you will have to provide evidence of that as we will be checking on UCAS and stuff. If we do need specific transcripts from you, we will request them. Your application will go through the kind of initial phase of being looked at. We'll check if there's any kind of specific qualifications we will need, and then we'll contact you either via phone or email to let you know to provide transcripts. Also, when you are filling out the form, there may be, for example, if you're looking at non-UK qualifications and whatnot, they may actually then need you to upload a PDF or a picture of a transcript with your grades. If you have like international grades or whatnot, if you're living abroad and studying abroad. So do bear that in mind. It will say on the application. which is why I do advise everyone to do have your transcripts and everything prepared for the 15th of August. And then if we do need more from you, we'll request via email. If you are a graduate, if you are someone applying with a degree, do bear in mind we will definitely ask you for a transcript, so do have that to hand.
Another question. Will the interview? Sorry. When the interview happens for medical clearance route? When would the interview happen for the medical clearance route? Sorry, that's the question.
For the medical clearance group, so the interviews are all dependent upon when the applicant applies. So it depends on how far along in the process they are. So if you apply on the 15th of August, um, depending on whenever your application has reached the interview stage, if it has, then we will send you an invite for an interview. Usually will be within the week which you've applied, if your course is still accepting applicants. So there's no specific set date. It's really kind of dependent on when you apply and when your application is processed and when obviously everyone is available to do the interview. So yeah, there's no specific date.
Okay, I have one from a mature student asking, what does the year of your last qualification have to be for mature students? I
So
believe that's coming to apply, yeah.
mm, so the latest date of your qualifications that we would accept would be 2019. So this doesn't necessarily apply for all grades. I believe that if, for example, you have level two qualifications, like GCSEs or whatnot, that are from before 2019, if you have a level three qualification, like a degree or something that is from 2019, or later, then we will be able to process your application. But generally for grades, for qualifications, 2019 is the cutoff. So if you do have a degree and it's after before 2019 and you don't have any other extra qualifications on top, then your grades will not be applicable.
Thank you. What is the MMI like for medicine via clearing? How many stations would there be?
I literally
Yeah.
just replied it.
Oh, really?
But
Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
yeah,
That's
it's
good.
just usually 6 stations, 4 minutes each, and it'll be online. So, Brandon, I don't know, are you still using the SAMI, the RMMI SAMI software?
I think so. I'm not too sure, but I think we are, yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to see if there's any more questions that we haven't answered.
So I said, when will you know that you have places for medicine and clearing? It's literally on the day. Like on the
Yeah.
day, you just have to wake up. I always say to people, like have a list of the universities that you're kind of looking towards and just have the tabs open. Like have them obviously previously research how they do their clearing stuff. If they do applications, have the tabs open. If they do phone calls, have the numbers written down somewhere. And you might not need it, that's fine. But if you do, you have those things already prepared for you. So with St. George's, if for example you get your results and it's not what you want, then you already know that the St. George's tab has been bookmarked. You just click it straight away and then you just apply. And when you click the drop down menu for what course you're applying for, if it says medicine, then medicine's open. If not, then unfortunately that medicine isn't open.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, I think you answered the top question at the same time. If there's no spaces for a course such as medicine on results day, is it possible they may open up in the next few days?
Well, I've never heard of medicine opening up
Mhm.
after the results day. Sorry, medicine doesn't usually open up. But other courses, usually how I've seen it is they're all like when their spaces they're open from the beginning. I don't see them opening up. I just see them being closed. So it might be like as the days go on, you might come back and see that certain courses are gone. But I've never heard of certain courses opening up halfway through the clearing process because I think we get given them at the start. These are the courses that we have available. This is how much we've got.
Okay, thank you for that. Just gonna go to the one that just came through. Can you see that, Bimpe? Sorry. Would the UCAT cut-off score be lower for contextual students, and are contextual students prioritized in clearing for medicine?
Oh. Mhm.
I don't think. Yeah, sorry, Brandon.
No, you answer.
I was gonna say I don't think UCAT cut-off scores are low. Generally, already the UCAT cutoff score is already lower than the main cutoff score for people through the main cycle. So it doesn't get lower than that. Contextual students also aren't prioritized for clearing. It is literally based on as fast as you can apply for medicine is when you get looked at. But in terms of contextual students, no, I doubt there's changes depending on contextual offers. Maybe grade wise, contextual offers I do know like contextual offers do like affects grades, but I don't know about UCAT scores itself.
Mm. Someone's asking, is there a fee for applying through UCAS clearing? Is there a fee applying through clearing? Yeah, like UCAS, is there a fee?
I believe that there is. Are you aware of a fee, Bimpe? I don't.
I haven't been aware of a fee. I know there was a fee when you first apply, like through the
Mhm.
main cycle,
Yeah,
but I wasn't aware of a fee during clearing. But from the fee I know that I paid for main cycle, I think that was around like £28. So if there is a fee, it would perhaps not be more than £28 or £30.
yeah. And then the next question I can see is how many days do you get to prepare for the medicine clearing interview? So I believe that in regards to the medicine clearing interview, I don't believe it's in person. I believe it's yeah. So
Online.
it's
It's
online.
online.
Yeah. So I believe you'd probably get, I believe, like a day or so to prepare.
We'll say you get a day.
You'd get 1 day. Yeah.
So they'll give you the questions, and so it's either there's two ways it can go. Because I know some courses they do where they give you the 6 questions and then they'll give you a slot. So they'll say you have 4 hours in this day between 12 to 4 p.m. Usually, actually, it's something till 5 p.m. just because that's when the people that work for admissions team they leave. So if you need help, you might want to get it done before 5 p.m. And then they'll say this is the slot, get it sent by this time. Or if it's the SAMI software that I think it might be, then you get 24 hours to get it done. Obviously, you
Mhm.
can call in if you have issues. For example, if for example technical difficulties, maybe your laptop stops working midway through, you can call in. That's why I would advise you to try and get it done earlier before offices close or phone lines close because it's a bit like stressful.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. And then I believe the next question here is the UCAT for medicine non-negotiable despite being contextual and having 39 IB points? In regards to the UCAT cutoff score, generally it's non-negotiable, especially for medicine. In regards to being contextual, I'm not sure if that would have an effect. Would you be aware of anything, Bimpe?
Because I don't like contextual offers. I know like how I know they work is, for example, if for example there was a course that was ABB with your contextual offer, I think they will go to like BBB, for example. So I know contextual offers will work in the sense of that, like I have seen questions where they ask, did the person, does the student have a contextual offer, da, 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 but it will affect your grade required. I very much doubt it would affect your UCAT score required. That one usually is quite set in stone, especially because for clearing, it's already been reduced significantly
Mhm.
compared to the main cycle.
Yeah. And because it obviously is for medicine, they do need to keep the UCAT to a degree non-negotiable. So if it's already been lowered for clearing, I don't believe it will be lowered any more than the given UCAT requirement. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just to be clear, I think there's another good question about contextual students. Are they prioritized in clearing? Just so we can be clear about that, because that's a few people have been asking that. No,
No,
okay.
it's just
The
be
answer is
quick,
no.
guys. Just be quick.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I think that's all the questions that we have so far. Um, I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to share, Brandon or Bimpe, at this time.
Mm, I think just for everybody to bear in mind that when you do apply for clearing, it might, oh, I think there's a new question actually. Let me check. Uh, do you consider mitigating circumstances when looking at grades? So I don't believe we do. I believe we just assess applications regarding what grades they have, and then yeah, unfortunately, I believe in regards to mitigating circumstances and whatnot, I think that might be an issue of examination to be worked out with your previous governing body, so your school that you was with before or something like that. For mitigating circumstances, they might provide extra examination times, allow you to do resits and whatnot. But in regards to the application process ourselves, when we receive the application process, no, we won't look at mitigating circumstances when looking at grades, unfortunately.
But I do want to say as well, though, that like if you are worried that my grade might not be exactly as high as I wanted it to be. Do you understand? Like the grade that you see in prior, like the entry requirements in main cycle will not be the exact grades that are required during clearing. So if you are worried that your grade might be a bit lower, I would always just say just try, apply. Worst comes to worst, you get a message that says you don't meet the entry requirements. But what usually happens is there's something called suggest alternate where they might say, okay, you don't have the grades for biomedical science. However, if you would like to, we can offer you something for paramedics. So then, we do try to, we don't just reject you and just, leave you on your own. We do try to always suggest an alternative course that we feel like you may be fit for. And then you have time to like think about it, think about what you want to do. So yeah, yeah.
No, exactly what Bimpe said. We do suggest alternate courses. So if, for example, we have something called a rejection baseline, if you do apply for a certain course and you don't meet the entry requirements for that course, but you meet our general rejection baseline, what we'll do is look through all the courses that we have, see what ones you may match up with for what do you call it? For which courses you match up with grade wise, and then we will either like make you an offer or something in that regard. Some, of course, we do reject some applications, but do just bear that in mind that if do apply with your best foot forward because you may receive an offer that you didn't expect or something like that. And I see a different question here. So it is, what is the grade requirements for medicine in clearing, and how do we find out on the day? Um, with regards to the clearing requirements, I'm not too sure if we can give the
Yeah, I don't
full.
think we can. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, so I don't believe we can provide the full information on the grade requirements, but it is something that we will have to apply for and see if you get in, unfortunately.
Someone actually offered deferred entry. Yes, a lot of like I've seen that happen last year. We had deferred entry for like
Mm.
biomedical science. Like there are deferred entries. So do you still apply?
Yeah, yeah, please do. I believe is there a new post? Yeah, so do you offer deferred entry? Yeah. Mhm.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for all this information. And I'm just going to add as well, we're having a clearing event, which is going to have course academics and just courses there to share information about specific courses. It's going to be held around the 21st of August. The event will be up soon on our website. I will put the clearing link to our website for more information in regards to any other questions you may have. I think that we've made the website very clear and easy for you to navigate. And if you have any more questions or any questions about events to do with clearing, if you in regards to coming on site to our to St George's to see the campus or anything like that, we will be posting them on this clearing part on our website, on the clearing section of our website. So I will post a link now in regards to that, so everybody has that link. So we are planning to do events moving forward for you guys to have a chance to come on site and talk to our academics, just in case you have more just in case you have interest in different types of courses, you'll be able to come and talk to different courses on that day. But the registration link for the event is not up just yet, but it should be up by the end of this week for you to go on there. But I have posted the link to our clearing website, so you're able to go on there and just find out more, or look at if you're interested in different courses. You're able to go all around our website and just go on the courses and just read through what they are and stuff like that. So yeah, just please do look out for the event. We do want people to come and ask questions to the course leaders and academics. You'll be able to have direct contact with them and direct contact with current students as well. So please do look out for that. And I have put the link in the chat. If you do have any more questions, I believe, Brandon, what was the clearing email address that people are able to send questions to regarding clearing? Just to confirm.
So that one would be from the 15th of August
from
for the
15th of
clearing
August,
one. That would be clearing at SG. Let me put it into the chat right now. But it'd be clearing at sgul.ac.uk. And then also you can just contact the St. George's University kind of help desk, but this is the one now in the chat for clearing, and it should be live from the 15th of August. So thank you for letting us know. And also I see that there's a couple of more questions in the chat, which I have put an answer for. So yeah, thank you for sending forward your questions, guys. And yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there any? Do you say there's more questions? Sorry.
Yeah, there's just one more. Do you
Okay.
accept mature students as well? Yes, so we do accept mature students. It just is in regards to when their last qualification has been attained. And the rule of thumb is 2019 is the latest that we can accept for qualifications and more.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Bimpei, and thank you, Brandon. Like he said, please do send all your questions to that email address that he's posted inside there. And also, if you want to look at anything to do with clearing, we have more information on our website that I've also posted inside the chat. I hope that you guys got as much information and learned as much things as I did during this live. And we are looking forward to meeting you, hopefully, or or to seeing any messages through our channels. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good
Bye.
luck.
Thank you. Bye.